What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Coming at you with yet again another perfume experience. And for today, you guys, we are taking it a bit old school using a new perfumery approach. As per the title below, for today, we have none other than Canadian Gentleman by Meleg. If I can get the camera to focus for you guys, you get to see it. Okay, so we will proceed by reading the musing that is available with the sampler, then going over the note, then the perfume experience. However, before we get started, as per tradition on this channel, make sure to grab yourself your favorite snack, your favorite bevy, your favorite cafe, sit back, relax, and enjoy the awesomeness heading your way. For myself today, I got some Ecuador beans, and the notes are molasses, blackberry, and I don't remember the third note. So we'll leave it at that, but Ecuador beans, you guys. Oh man, that is muy bueno, muy bueno. Okay, so let's start with the musing. So this is actually what he did is he used a Canadian camping song by Unknown. A white tent pitched by a glassy lake well under a shady tree, or by rippling rills from the grand old hills, is the summer home for me. I fear no blaze of the noontide rays, for the woodland glades are mine, the fragrant air and the perfume rare, the odor of forest pine. You know what? I love this. This is awesome. Okay, this is actually perfect for this scent. Okay, so let's go with the Canadian Gentleman notes. Top notes are English lavender, American sage, and Italian bergamot. Middle notes are Canadian cedar, Canadian pine, and Omani frankincense. And base notes are green leather accord. Now, I'll be the first to say and profess that these sampler sprayers suck. They leak, and pretty much whatever you spend on them, make sure to use them quickly as soon as they arrive, because they're very leaky. You lose actually most of the sampler, which is what I've noticed about most of them. And I went for the whole sampler package from Meleg, so just something to keep in mind. Or at least as soon as you get them, make sure that they're standing up still. Because look at this, it's literally bubbling and leaking out the perfume as I speak. I mean, it sucks. Anyways, let's get started with the spray. Assuming I have any left, because it keeps leaking. Yeah. Unfortunately, you guys, man, this is frustrating, to be honest. Let me try doing this. Gosh. Technical difficulties. You know what? Not really. I mean, okay, here we go. Whatever little bit is left. And yeah, it's frustrating. I did use it quite a bit, to be fair though, but it's still frustrating, the quality of these samplers. Okay, you guys, so here is the spray print. And it's very transparent, but it's also very greasy. So it does have quite a bit of oil in there, so something to keep in mind. And while I don't think it would stain your whites, just recognize that this is going to be a bit greasy and has a bit of a powdery print almost on the skin, which I'm not sure the camera will be able to pick, but keep that in mind as you go through with enjoying your scents. This is just class, pure class and elegance, you guys. is such a gentlemanly scent. Now, the one thing off of the bat, I will say that this is so well blended that it will be difficult to pick the notes apart. So just to preface that off of the get-go. Wow. Okay, let's go through some of the notes here. So in the top notes, there's English lavender, American sage, and Italian bergamot. So you definitely do get all three, but they're so well blended that it's difficult to pick one apart from the other. The one thing I really like about the lavender here is that it's not like a lot of the lavender essential oils you get in other artisanals or designers, where the lavender oil is so potent it makes you feel sick, or it makes you feel nauseated, or gives you a headache, where it's overpowering. Here it is just the right amount of lavender just to give that very clean purple floral vibe to this, which is fantastic. So you do get the lavender, the sage, and the bergamot. In the middle notes, Canadian cedar, pine, and Omani frankincense. Now I have the privilege, and it is a true privilege, to live by the Canadian Rockies. So I've been camping, I've been hunting, I've been hiking, and I've got to explore the trails. I know what pine smells like. Cedar, maybe not so much, but I got to be around some very ancient boreal forests and some very thick redwoods, more on the bordering of BC. And let me tell you something. This perfume captures the essence of that herbaceous, sort of woody, rugged scent of these woods perfectly. I mean, the name of this perfume being Canadian Gentleman is just perfect. It does really encapsulate the essence of, you know, the Canadian West. And one thing maybe for some of you that don't know this, even though English lavender is not here, is mentioned here as a top note, you can actually grow lavender in Canada, and there's quite a bit of lavender grown in British Columbia, in particular in the Okanagan Valley. So this, I mean, it would have been nice to use lavender from here, but hey, it's still also very Canadian, very Western Canadian in particular, in a lot of its essence and vibes here. And the base note is green leather accord. I can see that. The one thing I never understand about the leather notes when they put a color for the leather is that leather has the same scent, and the scent is a byproduct of the tanning process. So I'm not sure why they put a color, unless they're trying to imply that there's a green note in there also. If anybody knows or has better insight into this, do let me know down in the comments, because it never makes sense to me putting a color to the leather note or accord. This is, you guys, this is so refined, okay? So that's really it for the notes. Now, let's get talking about things like, you know, performance, as well as the profile of the individual that would wear this, and all the other niceties that come with a perfume. All right, so first of all, let's get started with performance in terms of projection, trail, and sillage. I'm gonna say, you guys, even though this is artisanal, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is actually fairly strong. Now, you might need a couple, you know, more than a couple of sprays, but you most certainly will get good projection off of this, off of your skin. You will leave a good trail and sillage as well. And I'm not sure why that is the case. Maybe it's due to the fact, even though this is artisanal, I do believe this is an eau de parfum, so the carrier here is alcohol, so it goes a longer way. But you will get strong performance out of this. Okay. Now, in terms of the seasonality of this, and this one is very interesting because you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say this is more of a spring summer scent, which is perfect when the acorns are coming out where the pine trees are, or dropping off of the pine trees, as well as just the change of the seasons with the warming weather bringing in the sort of fresh scent of greenery and florals budding. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this is more of a spring and summer scent. It's very clean, it's very elegant, it's very fresh, it's very herbaceous and green, in case if I hadn't mentioned that. But yeah, spring and summer. In terms of time of day, I'm gonna say straight up morning scent, okay? This is just so clean, you guys. It's so refined and elegant. It's so sophisticated that I just don't see it as an afternoon or an evening scent. It's more of a morning scent where you just had a fresh shave and you used your paraben-free Castle Forbes lavender shaving cream with your straight razor. You finish up that hot shave and then you apply some of this that has more English lavender, although Castle Forbes is Scottish, just to keep that in mind. And it's just perfect way to start your morning. Such a gentleman routine, you know? Old school Castle Forbes lavender soap, a straight razor edge, and some Canadian gentleman that has English lavender at the top note. I mean, you cannot go wrong with this, you guys. Okay? So we've covered time of day. In terms of how are you going to dress this? Do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Do your grandchildren a favor. Do your ancestors a favor. And dress this in a classy, elegant, formal manner. Okay? You need a nice suit, you guys. You need a tailored suit. You need a bespoke suit, preferably 3-piece with a tie pen and, you know, like cufflinks. Just dress to the T's. And if you have a nice fedora, go ahead and put it on. You are going out there to be the ultimate gentleman. If you have a nice cigar, a Maduro, a Cuban, light it up. You know, enjoy yourself. As a matter of fact, a tobacco note would go perfectly with this, you guys. It would be such a perfect complement for that scent. You cannot go wrong with it. And also, if you are a morning drinker, as per in the old English tradition, right? Or as my old uni friends would say, in the depressed educational system tradition, and you like morning drinking, this is a perfect scent to go with your gin-based drink, be it gin tonic or a French 57 or any of those drinks that could be gin-based. This is your scent right here. This is the ultimate gentleman scent, okay? You put this on, you most certainly are a guy that has delicate hands. And I don't know what that is like because my hands are not delicate at all, but I'd imagine that's that kind of a scent, okay? And that's that kind of a guy that would wear this. Now, in terms of context, this is where it gets really interesting. So first of all, as we've said, this is such a sophisticated, elegant, clean, refined, gentlemanly scent. So who would wear this? You are somebody that likes going to high-end horse races like the Kentucky Derby, okay? You like to dress up. You are part of the upper class. You have a higher social standing, and you're going there to watch your horses win, or you're betting big money with your friends on the winning horses or the horse that would win. This is your scent, okay? You're somebody that will go for early morning walks by the Mediterranean before you grab your cafe and read your old newspaper, you know, and enjoy just the day and people watching. But this is also your scent if you're one of those people that wakes up 5 or 6 in the morning and heads to the golf course where you shoot a few rounds in. I don't know what the exact terms are, so don't come at me on these. I don't play golf, but this would be a perfect scent for you. This is also a perfect scent for you if you are a member of one of those exclusive clubs by invitation only, kind of like country clubs, but even more elevated, where you go in, where everybody is a somebody, where secret business deals are made, where secret conversations take place, and so on and so forth. Okay, I think at this point you guys get the picture. You're an accomplished gentleman, you know, you are effortless. You don't really need to try hard. All of that work is done and is behind you, and you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Okay? So, with that said, would I recommend the Canadian Gentleman? 100% yes. Get your nose on it, get your wallet on it, cop it. I will say this again, be careful with the samplers. The quality of these sampler sprays aren't that great and they do leak. So just be prepared to lose quite a bit of the volume of your perfume sampler. However, if you are gonna go for a full bottle, which I will do now that I'm ran out of this, because I really do enjoy this and I am a Canadian, so might as well grab myself a Canadian Gentleman. But yes, zero complaints on this. Highly recommend. If you're a fan of lavender and bergamot, so citrusy notes, if you're a fan of woody notes like cedar and pine, if you're a fan of resin like frankincense, my guy, you are gonna love it. And my gal, you get it to your guy, he's gonna love it, and you're gonna love him more for it. So, with that said, you guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here as per usual. Very much appreciate your time and attention, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.